Hello, everyone. This is Michael Robbins. I'm here in the United States broadcasting uh, aspects of our Ask project. And today's meditation will be the meditation on the reappearance of the Christ, which the Tibetan asks us to do every Thursday. Now, in Europe, where my wife Tuya usually does these programs, it is Thursday morning. Due to our technical issues, I sometimes handle these programs, even though there is no music with them at this time. When we're on the road, we have to make some compromises. And then in Australia, New Zealand, it's going to be later in the afternoon. As you know, we have five types of programs, all related to the Tibetan projects. A meditation on triangles on Wednesdays, GMT. All of these are GMT times. The Reappearance of the Christ on Thursdays, GMT. A glamour webinar on Fridays, GMT. The Invocation of the Souls of Nations, and some readings often from the Destiny of the Nations on Saturday, GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, sometimes called Universal Time, and then on Sunday, attracting money for hierarchical purposes. Now, please note that we've moved back the clock in the United States and also in Finland, the two places from which we largely broadcast. And we are starting then at 6 a.m. and also 6 p.m. GMT, alternating the weeks. Now, some things to bear in mind. The Tibetan tells us it is suggested that we do this meditation once every week, each Thursday, in place of our usual meditation, and we endeavor to assume an attitude of aspiration, devotion, prayer, and fixed intention in this order, moving towards the will, we see, prior to following the outline. Esoteric students need the heart approach, as well as the mental approach, in order to make this meditation the powerful instrument which it can be. He further tells us that between Thursdays we should endeavor to carry out the results of the reflection expressed in this meditation, lay practical plans, and then review each week the planned activities when you sit down to do this meditation in the light of our expressed intention. He wants us to make the meditation brief and dynamic, and it will be possible, he says, after working with it a few times. So by now, many of us are accustomed to this meditation, and of course some of us have been doing it for years. We might say that never was the time when preparation for the reappearance of the Christ was more urgent. And so we want to do our part, largely esoterically and meditatively, to help bring that eventuality forward at the correct time, the hour of which only really the Christ and a few of his closest cooperators and advisors knows and understands. So we begin by achieving positive and intended personality quietness, in the light of the soul. And as we do this, we are aware of the network, the golden network of triangles, so necessary to be built, so important in creating eventually a sacred planet with a triangular etheric network, transforming it from the non-sacred planet, which it presently is, at least outwardly, having a pattern of etheric squares. So aligned with the soul, aligned with each other as souls, we focus on the triangles network, on our own triangle or triangles with which we may be working, and we focus on our own little network, visualizing the flow of love and goodwill passing between the members of our particular triangle or the triangles, the several, numerous perhaps, with which we may be working. And then in our state of soul alignment and alignment as souls with each other and relating to each other as increasingly soul-infused personalities, we formulate clearly to ourselves and in our own words the answers to the following questions. As a member of the new group of world servers, what is my specific fixed intention at this moment of dedicated contact with my soul? Another question: is my concentrated and expressed personality purpose in line with hierarchical intention, as far as I am permitted to know it? And then, have I, in my own personal daily life, earned the right, because of definite effort and not so much because of success, to stand with those servers who are now undertaking the work of preparation. And the Tibetan reminds us that this is the one time in the meditation where we think of ourselves. And it is here because it is a method of personality-focused attention and aligns our personality upon the mental plane. Now, having answered these three questions, in the light of the soul, we say with emphasis, forgetting the things which lie behind, I will strive towards my higher spiritual possibilities. I dedicate myself anew to the service of the coming One, and will do all I can to prepare men's minds and hearts for that event. I have no other life intention. So we can ponder on these words, this marvelous little mantram of commitment, while those who speak and read the Finnish language can ponder upon the words in Finnish. If truly we had no other life intention, our lives and our usefulness would be totally transformed. And then we enter into the third stage, involving some visualization. We visualize the world situation as best we can, and in terms of our major world interest, and with what knowledge of world affairs we may possess. We see the mass of men everywhere, glowing with a dim light. And here and there, points of brighter light, where members of the new group of world servers and men of spiritual intention and of loving hearts are working for their fellow human beings. Then visualize through the creative imagination the vivid light of hierarchy streaming towards humanity and slowly merging with the light which is already in humanity. And then we say the first stanza of the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. Then we ponder upon the reappearance of the Christ. Realize that no matter by what name he may be called in the many world religions, he is still the same great identity. Reflect and speculate upon the possible results of his appearance. And then we say the second stanza of the great invocation. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. may Christ return to earth. Endeavor to concentrate your fixed intention to serve and to spread love in your surroundings. And realize that insofar as you can do these things, you are attempting to blend your personal will and the divine will. And then we will say stanza 3 of the great invocation. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. Now we consider practically what we can do, each one of us, in the coming week to further the preparations for the reappearance of the Christ, the coming of the Christ. sound the sacred word, the Om, 3 times, dedicating the threefold personality to the work of preparation. We will begin with the mental body and work our way down to manifestation. We remember that all this is done in the presence, as if in the presence of the Lord Maitreya, on whose behalf we work and on behalf of his hierarchy, which in many ways is the soul of humanity. And so we affirm his presence, and that all the work we do is as if within his presence. We have gathered in your name, Lord Maitreya, be with us. We thank you for being present for this meditation. We will try to continue these Ask programs under our traveling conditions and notify you, as I had to do last night, at least last night my time. I found myself in the center of Arizona, and the upload speed was inadequate for any type of broadcast. But we'll notify you the best we can if there are cancellations or changes. We do have the full moon work coming up, and that will happen largely this coming weekend and immediately afterwards. And then we also have a special webinar on understanding the esoteric foundation of triangles, which will be followed later, some hours later, by the final meditation for the conjunction of Pluto with Vega, the great magical charismatic star. We do find that charisma being used for good or for ill in the world today. And choices have been made lately regarding the presidency of the United States. Let us, as fully as we can, invoke the soul of humanity and the soul of all parties concerned into the situation. again, thank you everyone. I do want to remind you that the 9th year of the Moria Federation is coming up, and that we have a wonderful 8-year program, stretching all the way from programs for those who are new to esotericism, beginning with Meditation Quest, and going on to the Great Quest 2-year program in esoteric psychology largely, all the way into the advanced program, Quest Universal, a 5-year program, though one can take really as long as one needs to complete it according to the exigencies of your personal situation. So please go to moriafederation@gmail.com if you are not already a member of the Moria Federation and wish to deepen your esotericism and the possibility of your esoteric service, and fill out one of those applications and commit yourself to deeper meditation and study and service by affiliating with us in the Moria Federation. I'll be reminding you of these things during these programs when I'm the one that is presenting them. So many blessings to everyone, and thank you. And we will be seeing you on the webinar tomorrow. It'll be night here. It'll be we're doing the 6 a.m. series, GMT. So it'll be night here in the States, and quite late for some of you, but then you can listen and meditate with the program when Brett posts it. So Tuya and I wish you much love, many blessings, and stalwart persistence in this subjective work, which we must accomplish before the year 2025, when the era of the Forerunner is concluded. All the best to you.